If you were to ask me what fuels me, I'd say limitless laughter, promoting positivity, lamb chops broiled to a crisp on each side for 5 minutes. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Crazy creativity, a cup of competitive fun, and oh yeah, opportunities to strengthen connections with purposeful people. And so here I am again, this time with moms like you, in need of a moment to strip away titles and just be. Inspire me to be the highest me, mommy motivation.
All right, everybody knows their team name and their team facilitator.
We are the M&M. It's for Marvelous Mom.
All right, thank you, Marvelous Moms. Who's next? Welcome, Corona Conquerors.
Hey friends, welcome to Mom's Virtual Game Night. I thought it'd be cool to bring you all into my second Zoom virtual experience. You may have seen my video with my son's virtual birthday party, which was my first time using the Zoom app, but I wanted to do it again because I've been learning some great features. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is how to access your breakout rooms, and then we're going to talk about looking at polls or the way that you can use nonverbal feedback, and finally how I share my screen to interact with the ladies with some virtual games. So here we go.
Marvelous Moms, Corona Conquerors, and Lot. Here is a way for you to earn points. Points allow you to have additional time in your breakout meetings. You're going to want additional time.
Pause. So how does this all really work? Well, you want to get your family and friends together for a virtual experience. You download a free app like Zoom, which offers you a basic service for some free time, and you take advantage of these bomb features, which I'm getting ready to show you all at the click of a couple of buttons. Really that simple. So under the Settings tab, you will find a list of options that you can optimize based on your preference for setting up your Zoom. And the ones that we're going to focus on today is turning on our polling, because polling will allow you to basically give a survey to your audience to get information back from them. We also want to turn on our sharing feature, because that's how we're going to let them see our screen and be able to interact with our game. And we're also going to look at turning on our nonverbal feedback, which is like turning on some emojis where you can also get feedback from your group. Finally, we're going to click that button on for our breakout rooms so that the mamas can be able to go to separate locations to prepare for the games.
This game is called Mom's Trivia. What all moms should know. No pressure. No pressure. Which food should you not give babies under 1? A, cereal. B, rice. C, honey. D, banana. The answer is C, honey.
Hold up, Z. How'd you do that split screen?
On the menu screen here below is the share screen feature, and simply click this green arrow here. You will see that your desktop opens up to all of the things that you could share. And so I'm going to share this PowerPoint that I created first. And now this is me, and this is also all the participants that are able to see this screen. It's as simple as that. Isn't that simple and cool? Let me know if you have any comments or questions below. When you are done sharing your screen, you can click stop sharing. And that's really how it works. Just sent my moms out to their breakout room. And this is a great part of Zoom because you can have them to break out into different sessions where they can form teams. And so to get them excited about what's going on, they've been allowed to break out into rooms. They were given 2 words that have nothing to do with each other and an action in which they have to present those words. So, for example, one of the rooms got the word sexy and toilet. Yeah. And they have to dance. Their job is to get us, when we come back together as moms, to guess those 2 words, sexy and toilet, as a dance. They can't say the word.
Right, M&M's, your time starts now. Somebody said something. Okay, I heard toilet.
Just wanted to share that this is yet another feature that you can use to be able to talk and connect, to have them to play a game or do an activity where it's separate from everybody else, to make it small enough to have conversations. You've launched your Zoom, you've invited your guests, and this is the menu that's going to show up below. And so what we talked about was our breakout rooms. So you should be able to see that here, and you can click on that, and you'll see that you can set up your breakout rooms based on the number of rooms, and that could depend on how many participants are there. And it can happen automatically, or you can manually assign your guests to a room. And you'd simply create breakout rooms, and it would set itself up. If I click this, of course, I'm the only one in this room, but you'll see when my guests come on in that I can assign people to the room, or it will already do it for them.
A child between the ages of 6 through 13 should be getting how many hours of sleep? A, 6 to 8. B, 9 to 11. C, 12 to 14. D, 14 to 16. 1, 2, 3. Cards up.
Each team has like a facilitator that gets to answer those questions. So you may be wondering, how do they answer questions? So a neat little way to answer questions, there is a poll on Zoom, so you can use that poll, and I will show you how to do that. But another neat little way is just to have a piece of paper where they can put an A, B, C, and D. You tell them to fold it like a hot dog, then fold it like a hamburger, and then they write, sorry, their time is up, so I gotta go get them out of their breakout rooms. But you have them do this, then you ask them a question, and then they put up the card that corresponds with their answer, similar to this, okay? So I gotta get them out of their breakout room, so I'll be back. There are a couple of ways that you can poll. If you click this polling button, then you will have the opportunity to ask a question. So for my mom's group, I said, how often do you connect with other moms? So it would launch this poll for them, and they would be able to simply click their answers once I click launch poll, and it will begin to collect the data. So it's a way that you can find out about your audience. But for the purpose of my game night, I wanted some more interactive ways to do a poll. So a great way to do that, if I click on manage participants, when they came into the room, they could open this. I would simply tell them to open participants, and they would see this feedback tool right here where they could answer questions. So I could say, how many of you have been on Zoom before? And they could click yes if they have. And if you notice, that green button pops beside my name indicating a yes. And that would happen for all the participants that are in the Zoom meeting. And then they could say no, or you could say, if I'm talking, if I'm going too fast, they could say go slower or go faster. And so we used a lot of these, mainly the like button and the yes and the no, just for me to have something quick that I could get information from them.
As the evening winded down, our final activity is something I'd call a mistake that happened on purpose. I asked the moms to share one line that they would use to encourage one another. Somehow these lines became a neatly formed fabric of a quilted prayer that allowed us to say goodnight in such a way that encouragement could be spoken. I hope that it offers hope to you even now. My earnest prayer is that even in this time of isolation, that you know that you are not alone, that beyond any title, any function, any responsibility that you find yourself having to carry out, mamas, they do not define you. You are not only valued, you are valuable. And experiences such as these can help us to understand the strength of our connections and knowing that we have others that are helping us walk this thing out, even in distance. I love you, mamas. I pray that you are strengthened and encouraged and have a blessed day. Mommy motivation.